Hello friends, today we will discuss two different traversal technique in a graph. In the previous video we have learned how to store a graph in the memory, and in this video we will learn how to traverse a graph. So there are two different techniques to traverse a graph. The first technique is depth first search, and the second technique is breadth first search. Both of the techniques are very easy and easily you can understand. The basic approach of traversing is that you should visit each vertex of the graph at least once. It means you start from a vertex and cover all the vertices in a way that you have covered all vertices at least once in a row. So, to understand these concepts, first we will discuss the depth first search algorithm. In the depth first search algorithm, we traverse the graph depth wise. Meaning is that if we reached on a vertex, so first we will explore the vertex which is connected to that vertex. Then we will explore a vertex which is connected to next connected vertex. And finally we reach to the depth of the graph. And then we came back with the concept of backtracking and explore the different direction, the another direction to going to the depth. By this way we can discover all the vertex of the graph. For the depth first search, when we apply it, when we applied any algorithm, so we need a intermediate data structure that we can use to implement the DFS. So that data structure is a stack. Without stack, DFS you cannot understand. So as stack automatically create a shape of a vessel which is of a height of a particular height, and you can go in depth of that vessel. So similarly you can consider it, you can compare it with the depth. So the depth first search we can achieve it by the help of stack. So how we will do that? For each of the vertex we take a special variable status and mark it is equal to 1. When we consider a vertex have a status 1, it means the vertex has not been discovered yet. When the vertex will discover, it will came into the stack and we can make its status is equal to 2. Status is equal to 2 means the vertex has been discovered. And when vertex is out of the stack, so we will make its status is equal to 3. It means the vertex has been finished. So by this approach we can achieve the depth first search. So just have the look of the algorithm. So the first step is that we are making 1 as a status of all the vertices of a graph. Then we are pushing the starting node into the stack and make its status is equal to 2. This is known as the waiting state, because the vertex has been discovered but has not been finished yet. Now in the step 3 we will repeat the step 4 and 5 until the stack is empty. In the step 4 we will pop that vertex which is at the top of the stack and make its status is equal to 3. In the step 5 we will push all the adjacent node of that node which have just taken out. We will push all those neighbored vertex into the graph, but make sure their status should be 1. What does it mean? If a particular vertex which is already into the stack, you cannot re-push that vertex in a stack. So status is equal to 1, it means the vertex has not been pushed till now into the stack. So if any of the adjacent vertex you find that its status is equal to 2, so there is no need to push it again. So we will continue this process and finally we will achieve the depth first search. Just have the look of this graph, and this is the adjacency list. Adjacency list will help us to read the graph in an easy way. So let us start with the edge. First we will push h into the stack, and first we will make the status is equal to 1 of each of the vertex. Then we are pushing h into the stack, make its status is equal to 2. Then we will find its neighbor is equal to a. So when h will be pop out and make it status 3, then a will be pushed into the stack. The same way that happens here. So when we are taking h back from the stack, h pop from the stack, we are pushing a into the stack. Now make a's status is equal to 2. Now find out the neighbors of the a. So neighbor of the a is d. So we will pop a from the stack and push neighbors of the a. Neighbors of the a are b and d. Both are the neighbors of the a. You can push both vertex in any arbitrary order. Either you can push b first or you can push d first. It will create two different sequence, but both are allowed. Both will be correct. There will be no difference because there is no such order in which of the vertex we should push first is available. So you can push any of the vertex. So we are pushing b first, then we are pushing d first. D. So d is at the top. So we are popping out d and find the neighbors of the d. Neighbors of the d are f. So now we will push the f on the top of the stack. So what the important thing you should note here, the b which is already discovered, but it is not has been popped out yet, but it is still remaining in still waiting into the stack, and we have pushed f at the top of the stack. Now we are taking f is out from the stack and finding its neighbors. So f's neighbor are a. A is a vertex which is already discovered and already it is finished. So there is no need to push a again. So we need to pop the vertex which is at the top of the stack. This is b. We are popping the b and finding its neighbors. Those has not been discovered yet. So c has not been discovered yet. So we are pushing c into the stack. Then we are popping out c and finding the neighbors of the c. The neighbors of the c are e and g. Then we are popping out g, and no neighbors is available that we can push. So in the end we are popping out e. So this is the final sequence in which we can traverse the graph by using the concept of depth first search. In the same way, we can apply the breadth first search. Breadth first search is as similar to the depth first search, but there is a small difference. Here we will use Q as an intermediate data structure at the place of a stack which we have used in DFS. So in breadth first search we will use Q as a intermediate data structure. The rest of the algo is same. Not a single difference is there. Just a difference is that the behavior of the queue. In the queue, the approach of first in first out we will use. In the stack we have used concept of last in first out. So all the remaining part of the algo is as same what we have covered into the DFS. So just have taken example here for the BFS. Have this graph. We can start from any source vertex. So let us start from A. So we are pushing A into the queue, make its status 2. Then we will delete A from the queue and find the neighbors of the A. The A's neighbors are B and D. We will make both status is equal to 2 and push it and insert it into the queue. Then in any order we can insert it into the queue. So let's suppose we are inserting B first, then D first. Now we are taking B outside. If we will take B outside, so its neighbors are C and F, which has not been discovered yet. Then we are taking D outside and finding its neighbor. Its neighbor are already discovered, so no need, you cannot insert any of the element into the queue. Then we are taking C outside from the Q and trying to find its neighbor which has not been discovered yet. So its neighbor are E and G. So we are inserting those neighbors into the Q. Then we are taking F from the Q and finding its neighbor. As F has no neighbors which has not been discovered yet, so now we are taking E from the Q and finding its neighbor. So there is no such neighbor is available. Then we are taking out G and finding its neighbor. So there is no such neighbors. So the final sequence that we have find out after traversing a graph into the breadth first search order, it is A, B, D, C, F, E, G. So thank you for that. If you have any doubt, so you can ask in a comment section. You can ask a query into the comment section. Thank you.